Immunity is defined as the resistance offered by the host against microorganisms or any other foreign substances. Immunity can be broadly classified into two types: innate immunity, which is present right from the birth, and acquired or adaptive immunity, which is acquired during the course of life. The innate immune system recognizes molecular structures that are unique to microbes, called pathogen-associated molecular patterns, through pattern recognition receptors. The innate immune system aims to eliminate microbes and other foreign particles using physical barriers, proteins, and cells. But many pathogens can breach or resist innate immune system. To clear such pathogens, specific and more robust adaptive immunity comes into play. Now we are going to talk about some of the major differences between innate immunity and adaptive immunity. Innate immunity is the inborn resistance against infections that an individual possesses right from the birth, due to their genetic or constitutional makeup. Acquired immunity is the resistance against infecting foreign substances that an individual acquires or adapts during the course of life. In innate immunity, prior exposure to the antigen is not required. It is present before the first exposure to microbial antigen. On the other hand, in adaptive immunity, it develops during lifetime following the antigenic exposure. Innate immunity is nonspecific. It defends against any pathogen upon first exposure, while adaptive immunity is antigen-specific, which means it responds to specific pathogen on second or later exposure. Innate immunity is functional against general microbes like bacteria, fungi, or parasites, and chemical irritants, burns, or tissue injury, while adaptive immunity is functional against microbes as well as non-microbial substance called antigen. Immune response in innate immunity occurs in minutes, while adaptive immunity takes days to generate an immune response. Innate immunity develops against antigens that are shared by many microbes, called pathogens-associated molecular patterns, while acquired immunity develops against antigens that are specific for each microbe. Immunological memory in innate immunity is absent. It reacts with equal potency upon repeated exposure to the same pathogen, while in acquired immunity it is present due to the presence of memory cells that trigger a faster and potent response when re-exposed to the same pathogens. The components of innate immunity are anatomical or physiological barrier like skin, mucus, membrane, temperature, pH, etc. Phagocytes like monocytes, macrophages, neutrophils, and normal resident flora, while the components of adaptive immunity are T cells, B cells, antigen-presenting cells, and cytokines.